Hello YouTube and welcome to lesson 49 of the Microsoft Word tutorial series, and today we're going to look at how to insert WordArt inside of Microsoft Word. So to insert WordArt, simply go into insert right here and then you can see a WordArt option. Here you can select a preset of your choice, so you can just select anyone. I'm going to select the plain one right here, and you can see that you actually have a text box. So this actually works like a shape, and we're going to look at how to work around with that in future lessons right here. So you can actually select an outline and something from over here in the shapes, as you can see. So besides that, what you can do is I'm just going to remove this out. So I'm just going to press Control Z right here, because I want to work with text outlines and everything else. And over here you can see that there are different designs, so you can expand and select the design that you want to apply in your text. So I want to apply this manually, so what I can do is I can select this out and you can select the text fill color. So you can select the color that you want. So let's say I want something like a blue right here, and you can set the outline to something else. So you can see that there's color. You can also apply gradients if you want, so you can apply gradient colors. As you can see over here, you can see that you can apply gradients as you want. So I can actually go to more gradients as well, and then select the gradient color from over here as well. So I'm going to select normal color for now, and then for the outline I'm going to select something like orange, and then I can increase the weight of the text as well, as you can see right here. So you can see that I can actually set the weight just like this, and even go to more line settings right here. So on the text effect, I can add in shadow, just like I can add in shadow to my images right there. In the image effects, you can see that I have different shadow options right here, or you can have a bevel option or something like that. So I'm going to select this shadow option right here. In the reflection, I'm going to select this one, and over here you got glow as well, so you can select different glow style text for your text. And then you got bevel option as well to give your text a bevel look if you want, and you can also use the 3D rotation just like this, so you can see that your text can quite be good. You can also go to transform right here, and you have different settings. So you have this kind of text, you can have this kind of a text, and so forth. So I'm just gonna select a fancy one right here, like this one. Alright, so this actually is a text itself, so you can actually type here, and here I'm just gonna type in tutor space tube, and gonna click over here, and then you can see that the tutor tube actually has been bended over. So you can actually scale the size of this as well, and then increase the size of the text over here. So to increase, just select the text right here, and then increase the size of it by increasing the text right here. So you can see that you can actually do this, and that has been actually applied over here. Alright, so that looks quite cool. And to edit further, you can actually select this out, so you can actually click and drag it. You can select it, press Ctrl A to select all, and over here you can see that you can have no fill in the text either, or solid fill or a gradient fill. In the solid fill, you got the transparency options as well if you want. So there are transparency options over here to make your backgrounds transparent. If you want to put pictures or something behind, you can do that. And over here in the text outline, you can also have a gradient outline or a solid line, just like that. So I'm going to have a solid line over here. I'm just going to select blue right here, so that I have a bluish gradient, a bluish line there. And you can also increase and decrease the transparency of the outline right there, and increase the width of the outline as well. You can also choose the type of the outline that you have, so you can actually select this, and that actually looks quite cool. And you can also have dash types to have dashes around the text, right, just like that. And you can see that everything actually changes just like that. And the cap type, just like in shapes, you can actually have it rounded, or you can have it square as per your wish. So I'm just gonna have rounds, and both on joints and caps right there. So over here in a solid fill, I'm gonna have a gradient fill right here, and you can see that this is how it actually goes. So I'm gonna select this out, so I'm gonna have this tutor to be filled up by a red color right here. Oh wait, this is actually the text outline, so I'm just gonna go to text fill. So I'm gonna say a gradient fill right here, and then over here I'm gonna select the different colors. So you can see that I can click and drag it out to actually move this out. So I want to select a gradient color of something else. So I'm going to select this color over here, and then over here I'm going to select something like a reddish color, so you can actually see the gradual change. So you can also move this around. You can see that how gradient affects the design over here. You can change the transparency of the gradients as well. So you can actually see that you can set transparencies of individual gradients, and you can set the brightness as well. You can even set the angle, so you can see that different gradient actually appears right there. So you can have radial gradients over here, you can have a rectangular gradient, you can have a path gradient, or a regular linear gradient, just like that. In the effects part, you can add in shadows, so you can change all of these, as you can see as we checked in the image settings. So you can actually blur this out and so forth. You can add in the reflection, change the transparency, and so forth. So you can see that there are a lot of things that you can do with this. So you can actually select this out, you can select everything and give it a 3D look right there according to what you wish. So you can have a bevel right there, and then you can have a rotation, so you can actually rotate it according to what you want. So you can see that this actually makes for a cool animation, as we talked in last lesson. So that is how you can apply WordArt inside of Microsoft Word, and you can see that you can do a lot of things with this, and this actually works like regular Word. So if I were to change this out into something like YouTube, alright, and press enter, and click outside, you can see that it actually applies the WordArt to this. So that is how you can apply WordArt and make cool looking fonts inside of Microsoft Word. Hope you guys learned something as always, and as always, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.